Good morning, COA. Today is February 1st, 2016.
My name is Evan Martin.
And I'm Abby Sinaj.
And welcome to Episode 4 of the Windward News Season 2. This week's episode is brought to you by the FAFSA.
Just do it. You know you're going to be late. Just do it.
This week's Human Ecology Forum will be presented by Austin Schuver in the McCormick Lecture Hall at 4:10 p.m. on Tuesday. He will be discussing water and other environmental issues.
Because without water, life wouldn't exist.
Nor would the FAFSA.
And also on Tuesday, there will be open mic at 8 p.m. You should totally go.
I hear it's going to be hosted by the improv team.
Really? That
Yeah.
will be...
You thinking about performing, Abby?
I think I will. What about you?
No.
No?
Maybe, I don't know.
What would you perform if you did?
I'd play guitar.
Just play guitar?
Yeah.
Not sing?
No, I don't sing.
Okay. Well, if you ever want to play guitar and then have me sing, we can work something out there.
A duet? I think that would be pretty good.
We can do that. So, another reason to come, folks. Evan and I will be performing together.
Allegedly.
So, folks, because I'm the most hippie-like in this studio, I will be mentioning the free movement from 7:30 to 9 p.m., also happening on Tuesday. There's going to be some moving of bodies in gates.
Just a reminder, on Saturdays from 11 to 2:30 in the Davis Center, there is the Weekend Cafe.
And don't forget, on Wednesdays and Sunday nights from 7 to 11, there's Sea Urchin After Dark, where you can get some awesome goodies.
Yeah, it's just like regular Sea Urchin Cafe, but in the dark.
And I hear there's more variations of sea urchin food. I hear they also play music.
And coffee. They play coffee. And we'd like to give a pretty great shout out to Student Life, Sarah Luke, the RA team, and the AV team for the wonderful Aurora Borealis.
The fondue was great.
Did you have a good time there, Abby?
I did.
Everyone looked fantastic.
Everyone did. Beautiful dresses, handsome men.
Handsome women, some of the best dancing I've ever seen.
And Redline. Redline, the band that played. They are the best cover band I've ever seen, I'll have to say.
Yeah, I've only seen like one or two cover bands, but they were top notch. And I hope everybody had a pleasant time at the Aurora Borealis, and I hope everyone was safe and got home easily.
And speaking of which, thanks to Connor for doing an extra shift for the night bus and getting everybody to pretty much Lompoc. That's where we all went. Yeah, Golden Oak was playing. They were awesome.
This Wednesday from 1 to 2:30 in Turrets, there's the Advising Forum. Stop by to talk to professors about courses coming up this week, and any other information that you'll need on any of the courses being offered.
It's very helpful. I'd advise you to go.
Ha.
Evan.
That was so stupid.
Oh, come on. Puns are great.
No, they're not.
Everybody loves puns.
We would also like to give a big thanks to the Registrar's Office and Jill Barlow Kelly for organizing the Advising Forum. Now for this week's edition of Free Range Nonsense.
The year was 1920, and America's Industrial Revolution was in full swing. Society now revolved around cars, factories, and big cities. That is, all of society except for one small island off the coast of Maine. Mount Desert Island had some catching up to do, and its civilians knew it. They tested their luck in many industries, but it seemed that none would work. That is, until the fateful day when a small girl from Hall's Cove stumbled upon a large gaggle of gnomes. Now, these weren't just any gnomes. They were mug gnomes, small woodland critters that had the peculiar habit of crafting perfect little mugs. Upon further investigation, it was discovered that there was an entire network of mug gnomes all through the island, all making perfectly good mugs for no apparent reason. The people of the island took advantage of this strange phenomenon and began harvesting mugs. Within a year, the Mount Desert Island Mug Company was up and running and business was booming. For 7 years, the mug business prospered, but there was an unforeseen problem looming in the near future. After 7 years, the people began to notice that the rate of mug production was decreasing, fast. Scientists were hired to look into the issue. It didn't take long for them to find an answer to their problem, but the public wasn't going to like it. Mugs to gnomes are like nests to birds, the lead scientist announced at a press conference. The male gnomes make the mugs as part of their mating ritual. If the female is impressed by the male's mug, then the two will become partners, crawl inside the mug, and fornicate. The world was outraged. The thought of drinking out of something made for gnome sex disgusted them. Needless to say, that was the end of the Mount Desert Island Mug Company and the supposed extinction of all the mug gnomes on the island. On a completely separate and much more recent note, Professor Baron Desert of College of the Atlantic was sitting in his office, staring down at a small circular stain on his desk. The small circle that designated where his favorite coffee mug went.
Knock, knock. Morning. How's it going, buddy, old pal?
It's gone. Also, I'm neither your buddy nor your pal. Nor am I old.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Bear. What's gone? Besides my biohazardous chemicals kit, that is.
My coffee mug. But we should probably focus on your lost item first.
Nah, it's fine. I have plenty of backups.
Did someone call for backup?
I think you broke the door, Wash.
Wow, talk about good hearing and lightning speed response.
Hardly. I called them all here a while ago. These are my top students. Washington, Roger, Cecilia, and Leo. Students, meet the chemistry and anatomy professor, Manny Coleman.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Manny Kalman. I've taken one of your classes before. I'm not sure if you remember.
You're best friends with the whiny kid, right? I like to watch you guys argue during the labs.
If by whiny kid you mean Ryan, then yes. Is your middle initial A?
Why, yes. How did you know?
It's a pun! You must be a crazy person!
It's best not to talk directly to that one. The conversation always ends in total confusion. All right. The reason I brought the four of you here today is so you could recover a missing item of mine. My favorite coffee mug seems to have disappeared. The one that says, "You get an F in life." Get it back by any means necessary.
Any means, ye say?
Any.
Oh, and if you happen to find a biohazardous chemicals kit, it's probably mine.
If you understand the task, then get out of my office and don't come back until you have it.
Yes, sir.
I would close the door, but...
It's fine. Just get out.
And so the four students were kicked back out into the cold, cruel world with their mission in mind. The first lingering question being,
So, where do we start?
Well,
We should ask the gnomes.
The what?
Oh, right! Supposedly there are gnomes out in these woods. Weren't you guys listening to the intro?
again, the what?
You've lost me there. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I know where we can find his mug. Or a mug just like it.
You aren't talking about...
My storage facility here.
Well, I do love danger and suspiciously obtained foreign objects. That place is too much for me. I'm not going down there again.
That's fine. I'll go with Roger. This storage place sounds exciting. Plus, you and Leo are better trackers than we are, so you should go and find the gnomes.
The gnomes. Right. So, Cece, you and Roger go check that god-awful hellhole. Meanwhile, I'll be hunting gnomes with fruitcake over there. We'll meet back at the professor's office at dusk. Team, break!
Did someone just mention fruitcake? Because gnomes love fruitcake.
This day is gonna be interesting.
as Leo and Washington walk off towards the dining hall to find themselves a fruitcake, Roger and Cecilia head back to the Blair Tyson dorms to access the secret storage facility.
What I'm about to show ye must never be spoken of. It has been a well-kept secret between Wash and I, and it should stay that way. Got it?
Yep. I don't understand why I have to be blindfolded. It's obvious that we're in the BT elevator.
I will never confirm that. Now what was that darned code?
Aren't you taking me to the BT basement?
No!
Below the BT basement? It's below the BT basement, isn't it?
Shut up. Here we are.
As Cecilia removed her blindfold, she was faced with a vast, dimly lit warehouse. Its splendor and sketchiness was enough to take one's breath away.
I've seen bigger.
Now, we just need to find the kitchenware/lead products section.
It's kind of like Walmart, but illegal.
Trust me, this is not even close to the size of illegal Walmart.
Why would Wash not want to come down here anymore? There are so many things he would be into.
He doesn't like that I have the uniforms and flags of other countries' militaries in here. Also, he found out that the level of radiation down here messes with your brain and your sperm count.
The second part seems like the main reason somehow. Speaking of Wash, I wonder how he and Leo are doing on their search.
Meanwhile, in the dining hall,
Well, I'll be damned. Tab actually has fruitcake. Hidden in a drawer in the janitor's closet, oddly enough.
It's a secret fruitcake stash.
And as per fruitcake protocol, this thing is hard enough to kill a man.
Or help gnomes through their teething phase.
Gnomes have a teething phase. Right. So where are we heading now?
The monk's circle.
Why?
That's where the most gnome sightings are.
Ha! I'll bet it is. I bet that's not the only mythical creature those stoners see down there.
How did you know? That's also where unicorns, Sasquatch, and Jimi Hendrix's ghost were sighted.
This is a wild goose chase.
I hope not. Gnomes hate geese, especially wild ones.
after hours of searching the storage facility, Cecilia and Roger are about to find something.
I found it! The mug section!
No, that's the knockoff mug section. This is the authentic mug section, just next to my biohazardous chemicals kit section. I wouldn't recommend touching those, though.
Okay. Is the mug we're looking for there?
Let's see. Number 1 mugs, Christmas mugs, I'm with stupid mugs. Ah, here we are. You get an F in life mugs.
Wow, you actually have it.
Of course I do. My old shipmates don't call me the everything man for nothing.
How old are you?
Who's asking?
Never mind. We should get back to Turrets to meet Leo and Wash.
And so, with the duplicate mug in hand, Cecilia and Roger quickly walked back to Turrets to wait for the others. However, upon their arrival, they found Leo and Washington already there, and something seemed off.
Leo, Wash, you're back early. Did you find the mug? Are you guys okay?
They definitely found the mug. It's sitting on that table.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Huh?
We saw something we shouldn't have.
Let's start with the fact that gnomes actually exist.
Oh, did you guys see gnomes having sex?
you dare! Don't you dare finish that sentence.
They were really enjoying it. I felt kind of sorry when we had to break it up.
I've washed my hands 24 times thus far. It might not have been that bad if not for the fact that there were dozens of mugs, all being occupied.
Hundreds of angry, naked gnomes.
So, are we going to give the professor your mug or ours?
Oh, definitely give him ours. That would be hysterical. Just someone else carry it up there.
Maybe if we leave it here, he'll get it in the morning.
Good idea. Let's get out of here.
I guess this just proves that every time a tab mug is left out overnight, gnomes will steal it and have sex in it.
Let's not talk about this anymore.
This marks the end of yet another misadventure of the students of College of the Atlantic. Tune in next week for more excitement, danger, and free-range nonsense.
Free Range Nonsense is written by Max Paris and produced by Josh Tone and Rose Edwards. Voices by Aspen Budd, Brett Finney, Austin Agofa, Amber Wolf, Josh Tone, Davis Yeo, and Laura Montanari.
The Windward News is produced by Josh Tone, recorded in the College of the Atlantic Recording Studio, and published by Maximum Tone Records. I'm Evan Martin,
And I'm Abby Sinaj. Thank you for listening.
and have a wonderful week.